Hello, folks. It is Wednesday, the 29th, and yeah, I'll post today. I'll move my lamp so I can. Here we go. A few different things I'll try to share before I go. Um, this it's wrap up time, and it is a human thing. It makes sense to do that. You have annuals, and you have anniversaries, and you have end of the year lists and all this shit. Okay, so where am I at with that? Well, like a lot of traditions in my life have just fallen away, and so making a New Year's resolution, I don't do that anymore. The last resolutions that I would make would be, well, the resolution is hopefully to live through another year. The resolution is hopefully to not lose my mind. The resolution is hopefully to continue to grow. Looking back on 2021, not for me really. I do kind of focus mostly on being in the present moment. There's more. There's a lot more power in being in the present moment. A lot of cool things did happen in 2021. I can't remember them all. I'm just glad that some good things happened. I got to play some gigs. I had commissions. My album finally came out. But other milestone things happened that were not so great. Mainly the losing of my brother and another family member, my cousin, and then friends. And then see, it's like it's a mix. And so I choose to really just keep going and just focus on the here and now. I'm looking on social media, and people are doing the traditional looking forward to next year is going to be better, and there's a part of us that I guess needs to do that. And then there's other folks like me who are realistic, which is, well, the only change to 2022 is a mental one, and it's only temporary because nothing really changes. And if you look at the trajectory of events happening now, next year looks pretty bad. So I stay in the here and the now and just try to enjoy my cup of coffee and what's in front of me. Seriously, it works. So I just got this, and Dave, I know you'll see this, and Dave Newhouse is a friend who I have not met in person yet, but I like you, Dave. I know I do. I also know that we're really probably quite different personality-wise, and that's not an issue. I get along with all kinds of people. I just got the new Moon X. This is Moon Men, now Moon X. And this is their new CD. It's not out yet. It comes out next month. Zap. Now, Dave always explains to me that I'm not sending this to you because I want a review. I know that, David. I know that you share your music with me because I like what you do, and I appreciate that. But I got to speak about it, and I do speak about the music I get and the music I like, and I like this. Ian, the graphics are excellent. I love a good cover, and this is great because it really seems to encapsulate a big part of what's going on with the Moon Project, which is a bit of juvenile humor. It's like these guys are just big kids having fun together, which is a wonderful thing. This grabs my attention quicker and more solidly than the Moonmen, and I have all the Moonmen projects. Okay, this one is improved. It is. It seems like the focus of what you're up to is stronger. So that comes out, I think, in about a week. 2 weeks, I think. Maybe 2 weeks it comes out. But thanks for sharing it with me, David. I am hot at work on new music. I've been playing a little bit for you. I won't this morning. So that's what I've been doing more than playing records or watching documentaries. I've been the James Webb Telescope's progress after the launch has my interest. So I'm watching that. The other thing that has my interest, folks, is now mainstream media loves to do this. They make everything clickbait. YouTube is my TV, okay? And so they want you to watch it. And so perilous weather worldwide is being reported daily. And the media outlets are having a field day with it because they love to sensationalize the tragedy. Climate change, extreme weather is going on worldwide. I mean, just look at Brazil. I mean, just look planet-wide. Look at the news and look at all the flooding and just look at everything, okay? So that's what's going on. And that's more of what's going to go on next year. So wherever I was headed with that original thought, because I'm kind of, spacey this morning, the main thing I'm sharing is I'm trying to keep it simple, enjoy the simple things in life that I always enjoy. And I'm sticking close to home. I really am. I like to travel. I like to do all kinds of things, but I'm paying attention to where the world is at right now, and I'm not desperate to keep doing the things that I'm going to do it because no one's stopping me, It seems that sort of outlook is just making things worse. For example, we have New Year's Eve coming, and best I can understand, COVID is just rampant, even though it's not as toxic or whatever the word is. It's still spreading like wildfire, and it appears that there's this dominant narrative going on that people are just tired of it, and so they're just doing what they want to do, and we'll pay for it down the road. I guess that's my perspective, which is I'm just sitting tight. I'm not desperate, to prove that I have to live now and do anything. Something's not right in the world, and I'm paying attention to it, so I'm staying pretty close to home. If you see this really just touches me. Jacques, from the band Arcane. I've never met Jacques, and yet he continues to communicate with me, which is just wonderful. Yes, all my best to you, Jacques, for 2022. Music and peace. This is a picture of the band Arcane. He's the guitarist. And are you done making music, Jacques? Is there possibly more music coming from you, or Arcane reunion? Did that happen? Can that happen? Thanks, Jack. That's way cool. I want to comment on this. I had a person, I imagine this person being young. I don't know why. Just the way they worded their comment makes me think the person is young. But someone felt it necessary to leave me a message saying that they didn't agree with my opinion about an artist. And it's like, my response was, well, so what? Why do you have to tell me? Why is it so hard for the average person to deal with differences of opinions when differences of opinions are a fact of life, and that's the way it is. It's like when a person gets upset with someone not agreeing with them, it's like, are you trying to say that you are the arbiter of reality and that everything has to come through your view, that you've got it right? Because I'm not doing that. When I share my thoughts, I tell you, I'm just telling you what I think. So when someone comes back and has to tell me, well, I don't agree with you, it's like, well, so what? So you don't agree? So what? Right? If you're going to be the sort of person who's going to try to, and there's a lot of people who do it, are going to wield your opinion and your thoughts like some kind of club and assault people with it, that ain't cool. And that's kind of where that whole opinion conversation can go. It's like we all have our personal filters that we experience through, and that's okay. I'll leave it at that, eh? I'll talk about it though, but you know what I mean? But it's like it's not an issue. It's a fact. We all have different opinions. Come on, deal with it. Played this all the way through. Had been a long time. I don't think this is on vinyl yet. Yukihiro Takahashi, Broadcast from Heaven. And it appears through social media that he has recovered from brain, I believe he had brain cancer or a tumor. But there's more pictures of him looking well. Pictures now. I love this album. This is exquisitely crafted pop music in the tradition of Burt Bacharach and Hal David. That's where this is coming from. Extremely high quality writing, arrangement, and execution on all levels. And he ends the album with the classic, pretty sure it's Burt Bacharach's song, What the World Needs Now is Love. Love this man's music. Love it. Been on a jag where I've had to play the song Letting Go by Kino over again. Then I had to go and play it on bass. I know most of this on bass. It's fun to play. Not too many records because I have really been jamming in the studios, and I actually have a plan of work for today. And Dave Newhouse, you're in the plan. That bass part, it's only one song, but at the same time, it's like it kind of got me going on a bunch of new ideas of my own. But I'll be wrapping that bass part up. I could do it today, but I keep getting not distracted, but I keep getting ensconced in chasing new ideas. But something I played last night was this Azar Lawrence album, People Moving. This is one of his more commercial albums, kind of on the funk side. Patrice Rushen compositions are on here. And I went ahead and listened to all of it and just went with my thoughts with what the music brought. And I really do prefer... I don't prefer this, it's like almost like watching a TV program that's only marginally interesting. The main thing to say about it is that Azar Lawrence is a very good horn player. And along the same lines, I played this, kind of a palate cleanser after working on my new tracks. I'll do that. I'll pull records. It's like, well, I have it, but I never play it, so play it. So I listened to this by Kazumi Watanabe, Mermaid Boulevard. This is another example of what I consider kind of jazz, light, coffee table music for driving. Really inoffensive, good playing, but it's like it could be background music for television. Now, all of that is not a criticism, it's a description. I enjoyed several tracks on here, very relaxing. I don't endeavor to make music that goes in this direction, that feels like this. I want my music to, I don't want it. My music is a soundtrack to me living, and that's what you hear. It's not me trying to make a pleasant sound for you to drive to, which is what that album sounds like. It sounds like it's crafted for a particular audience genre, and I'm not into that. People tell me they hear this in my music, they hear that in that. Cool, because I'm just making music. I'm not over here thinking in terms of genre or any other artist. I'm just chasing the ideas as they arise, and that's fun. Okay, this is one of my favorite albums, Haruomi Hosono, Medicine Compilation from the Quiet Lodge. Came out in 1993. Oh, get this record, people. This is just so meditative, beautiful. It also has beats on it, but this is largely meditative and deep listening. I call this deep listening. Laraji, the spiritual musician, is on here, notably. Laraji's been here in this room with me, jammed with me in this room here. I have tapes of it. Akiko Yano does beautiful vocals on here too. Fantastic. Now, interesting to me that this is not a this is a cheap, easy to get album by Brian Eno, but I think this is one of his best in a long time. The Ship, and I follow Eno. I do. I do give him a lot of credit for following through with his ideas. He's really good with ideas and following through with them. The Ship, and this uses the human voice, I think, very well. Mostly spoken, very subtle, and as a result, I like it a lot. Much better than if someone was singing. I really like this, The Ship by Brian Eno. I think this is one of the best things he's done in a long time. It's very good. When the sides are ending, it's like I'm going to turn that over. This is really good, real good. Other than that, I do like hearing from you folks. I'm happy to be sharing more than just music with you. And I don't mind if you have questions along those lines. I'll share my thoughts. The last thing I'll say, maybe, or the last thing that's on my mind is I was reflecting on Facebook yesterday how something I've been noticing most of my adult life is how more and more behavior around me, people's behavior has been tailored by the movies and the TV they watch, and how a lot of conversation is peppered with references to TV shows and movies, almost like people have no thoughts of their own. And I don't, to me personally, it's dismaying. It's unfortunate. I just really started to notice this as a child, when going to movies, and then noticing how people are acting like the damn movie. They weren't acting like that before. Oh well, that's the way it is. Anyway, have the best day or evening that you can.